We're coming up to the end, one of the big categories for you guys. It's one of the tractor categories, classic tractors. And by classic I mean, I felt like they were old. That's really it. There's no year or anything. It's just I felt they were old, so they're classics. Last season's winner, the mighty Kirovits. Will anybody take the Kirovits down? Let's find out. We have quite a selection of tractors of all different shapes and sizes and abilities. So let's start with we've got this Duez. I'm gonna just go with Duez because I feel like it. 8006, whatever. It's a nice looking tractor. It's got some functionality in it. I have to open that up to remember. Keypad 5 and 7 opens that up, which is kind of cool. Thankfully, it stays open when I get out. And that's a neat feature, and it's a cool looking little tractor. Does it do a lot? Nah, but none of these tractors really do. It does have a hitch on the front, it appears. Or was that because, oh, there was something I could do with the front. I thought. I can't remember. I think I could add or remove things to the front of the tractor. I can't remember. So there's that one. There's Duez 16006, which I can sort of walk through, and is also clipped into this tractor, but that's more of a problem with the location of the spawn in point. It's a big old tractor like the Kirovits. The one thing I do like about it is the fact that you feel the the jostling of the tractor as it turns when it's not moving forward. But once I get some speed, then that goes away. That feeling goes away, which would be accurate to the tractor. We have these two guys who have made a return. They were in the mower category, and they are here, the Duez D25 and the Duez F1. As tractors, well, how do they stand up against the rest of these? We'll see in a moment. We want to finish looking at what we got here. We have the DX145, which is a newer old tractor. A newer old tractor. Yeah, we'll go with that. We have the Farmall 560s. We got two of them. We've got the standard wheels and the narrow wheels, the arm breakers. They have 3-point hitches. Big improvement over the 450 from season 1. And they have the same Farmall sounds, which is nice. We have a Force-Skrit TZ 4K, 14K from the Garden Pack. It's a Force-Skrit. That's about it. I can't get too close to it because it has an Invisawall around it. We have this Kubota something or another. I can't remember what it's called. Where are my notes? Kubota B7001, which looks off. Something just looks wrong with it. And also, it doesn't have much in the way of an ability to do. I mean, could you imagine hooking one of our big pieces of equipment to this? You just end up pointing at the sky. We have this Massey 3080. Nice big Massey. Nice 3-point. I do like the fact that the third part just kind of sits over there, like you just kind of push it out of the way while you're working on the rest of the tractor. That's kind of neat. I do like that it has the handbrake, which I remember is not space, and I have to remember what it is. No. Close that. No. It was something. I can't remember what it is now. Whatever. There's a handbrake that makes a handbrake noise. You just have to find the stupid key. There is the John Deere Model A. It does not have a 3-point, but it does have you in a pipe, in a hat, smoking a pipe. You can also use the period key to change your wheels and the comma key to change your sign. Here's your sign. Alright, so that's that. Here is the T150 Gus. It is just a crawler tractor, a big old crawler tractor. Well, medium old crawler tractor. And we have a Zetor 5320, which is the Zetor 5320. I mean, that's, oh, 6 opens the door and turns on the light. That's right. And 8 opens up my roof door. Yes. There we go. So there's the Zetor. All right. So do any of these really compare to the Kirovitz? Well, the Kirovitz won last season because it had an ability to basically haul anything in the game, and it had a big 3-point, which most of the other tractors were missing in this category. Well, let's kind of go through that again. There's a few tractors here who are going to get a dishonorable. This one is the first one. If you go review my video again, when you put something with a PTO on the back, you end up with a PTO shaft running through the cab. That needs to be fixed. So dishonorable mention until the mod creator fixes that. Again, feels like a bad port from 2011. The Force Grit and this Kubota, both of them just... Yeah, I'm actually going to give... would I give them a dishonorable mention? No, I'm just going to give them a mention. They don't matter enough for me to actually care about them. I mean, they can't pull much of anything because it doesn't have 3-point. It just has a pin hitch. And this, well, what the heck is it going to haul? Meh, not much. That leaves us with a few. The D25, I'm going to give it a... I'll give both these two, the D25 and the F1, an honorable mention. They work as mowers. They're kind of cool old tractors, but they don't really do a heck of a lot. You can't haul a heck of a lot with them. But I'll give them honorable mentions anyway. They're really nice tractors. They have, the F1 especially has really good sound and really good quality to it. So I do like that. I'll also give an honorable mention here to the D806 for one reason more than any other. When I start this guy up, start up. Okay, good. Notice my mirrors. They work. They work. The mirrors work. That's cool. It's going to get an honorable mention. Now, the reason it's not going to get an award is I don't feel like it brings a heck of a lot in. I don't think it can supplant the Kirovitz as a great old-time tractor. All right, let's run down here. The Model A gets an honorable mention. It suffers from the same problem of no 3-point. It's be it historically accurate or not, that is a problem because most everything needs a 3-point hitch on Farming Simulator 2013. So that does cause a small problem because you can't use a lot with this guy, though it is a neat tractor. Man, it's always tough when you get to some of these tractors. I'm going to give it a Zetor an honorable mention. It works. It does an okay job. There's nothing really wrong with it. It has a little bit of extra with the doors and stuff. The Gus, you know what, I'm actually just going to give the Gus a mention. When it comes down to it, when you need something that's you know, strong and powerful, just go get the Kirovitz. This one doesn't add a lot. It doesn't have a great top speed. I'm not a big fan of it. Yeah, no, not a big fan of it. All right, we are left with the Massey, the Farmalls, and the D16006. I'm going to give an honorable mention to the D16006. I think it's a good tractor. Unfortunately, I can clip through it. I mean, I know that there's a reason why in many cases, but there's got to be a way to fix that clipping problem. And while it adds something, I think that what it can do can be done by the Kirovitz. I don't see a big change, and the Kirovitz does have that IC on it, and this just looks so clean for an old tractor. The Kirovitz looks like it actually has worked on a farm. This looks like it came off a factory floor, I guess. I don't know. It's not striking my fancy. Honorable mention. The Farmalls. I do like the Farmalls. I really do. And I gave the 450 an honorable mention. I think it was a double honorable mention because it was a really nice tractor. It just was lacking the 3-point. These guys solved the 3-point problem. They're going up against the Massey. Now the Massey, the Massey works. The Massey, you know what my biggest problem with the Massey is that handbrake. It is not the space key, and I can't remember which key it is right now. Is it enter? No. No. Start up. No, it's not the space. I can't remember. I ended up pressing every key on the keyboard in order to get the stinking thing to release. It does make a cool handbrake noise. You know, in the end, I'm going with the Farmalls as an award. Can they do everything that the Kirovitz can do? No, they can't. But look at them. And more importantly, I mean, even when we get down to the engine detail is really nice. These tractors are just really well done. Then we'll get inside one of these guys. I mean, that sounds like a nice old tractor. It doesn't instantly start, but there's nothing wrong with that. And the noise sounds appropriate. So I really do like these Farmalls. And I think I'm going to give them the award for the old-time tractors. Oops, I'm going to crash into that one. Whatever. The Massey, I'm going to give an honorable mention. Why not? I did it last season with a different tractor. I'm going to give it an honorable mention. The key mapping is a small issue. And other than that, I mean, that it doesn't have... I mean, yeah, it's got the blinkers, but... and doors. It's got blinkers and doors. Forgot about the doors. I can't even remember. Oh, 4 gets the roof open. You know what? I'm going to give it an award too. Bollocks to it. The Massey gets an award as well. I wish the key map would fix, but I can do that easily enough. So an award to the Farmall 560s, both of them, because they come in a pack. Also an award to the Massey. Honorable mentions go to the Zetor, the I was going to call it a Ford. It's a John Deere Model A. Ford Model A, John Deere Model A. See where I went with that one? Yeah. Honorable mention to the John Deere Model A. Honorable mentions to the 2 Duez, the D25, the F1. Honorable mention to the D16006. Honorable mention to the Duez D8006. Dishonorable mention to the DX145 because you get a shaft through your head when you hook up to a PTO. A mention because I don't care enough to this force grit into this Kubota. Don't bother with that. And just a mention to this T150 Gus. It works, but go get the Kirovitz if you need a big old Russian style tractor. So there we go. There is the classic tractor family. Well, that one over there too. Yeah, him too. All right, next category is the big one, the modern tractors. Welcome to the final category, the much anticipated category, the modern tractors. Again, modern is subjective. If I feel like it's modern, it's modern. That's about it. Last season, the New Holland 8971. It came as part of the hydraulic and PTO pack. It's a really nice tractor. It works really well. Will it hold its position with this season's crop? This is a crop. I'm getting up here so I can actually get a look. This is this season's crop of modern tractors. It is quite the collection of modern tractors. We've got just about every color under the rainbow. So let's go ahead and hop down and check them out a little bit. We have the Cat Challenger 600 MT. We have the Cat Challenger something or other. It's the other Cat Challenger. Dope. It's the 765B. We have the DerTebbers Agriton. What is this one? 120. This is the Fendt 724. We have the Ford 8340 and 8340. Two different years, identical tractors, but different looks to them. We have the John Deere 7530 Premium. We have the John Deere 7710. We have the John Deere 7930. We have the John Deere 8530. We are not done with green yet. Run down here. We've got the John Deere 7530, not premium. It says premium, but it's not premium. I don't know what the difference is. We have the John Deere 7810. We have the Landini Power Farm 105. We have the Massey Ferguson 5480. We have the Massey Ferguson 6475. We have the Claas Xeron 5000. We have the Kubota M105X, and we have the Case 175. Alright, so that's quite a collection. I want to call out one particular one a little bit individually. That is this Cat Challenger 765B. The mod author put in the mod information that this is the beta, or at least V1 of the mod. They said up front there's no windows in there or anything. So I'm not going to beat it up because of that. I'm going to mention it. I do believe that there's another one out there that actually has windows in it and might be a little bit better. So yeah, I'm going to mention it. If you want a Cat Challenger 765B, go make sure you get the more recent one. So there we go. There's that one. All right. So did I have any that I'm going to say don't bother? Don't think so. No. I'm going to give a dishonorable mention though, right off the bat, and that's going to go to this Fendt. This poor Fendt. This Fendt has so many performance errors in it. It really upsets me. It feels like it should be a great vehicle. It has IC that has all kinds of things. They've done so much right here. I can turn on an indicator. I can turn on that. I can press all these different buttons. I don't know what that does. Oh, that's a beacon. Whatever. So, I mean, we've got all of these cool buttons, and that's great. They've done it right, but unfortunately, oop, my mouse ran away. Unfortunately, well, they did it right. I'll turn those off. There. Well, they did it right. They didn't fix the performance errors, and that's a problem. So I'm going to give it a dishonorable mention. They go and fix the performance errors and clean that up really nice. Then we can move it up into a different category, and we'll be happy about it. So yeah, dishonorable mention for the Fendt 724 Vario. Okay, let's see. What are we going to do here? Man, there's so many tractors. Oh, Kubota. This Kubota. I'm just going to mention it. I don't like it all that much. It's overly orange, but its startup secret. That's the wrong tractor. That's still the wrong tractor. Jeez. Too many. That's still the wrong tractor. Come on, get me in the right tractor. There we go. Its startup is ridiculous. There, it's running now. That's it. So I don't really like it. I'm just going to give it a mention. So there you go. That came out of the garden farm pack or small garden pack or whatever the heck it was. Oh, so many tractors. I think I'm going to start with some outstanding honorable mentions, and the first one is this Agriton here. It has a lot of things going on with it. You can see I can open up all kinds of things. 4, 5, 6. 6 is lights. I don't care about those. 7 puts on wheels. 8 puts on wheels. 9 opens up that. So we've got this, just all kinds of things we can add to this, and it gets dirty. Additionally, we can open and close our front hydraulics using key 5. Look at that. Zoop, zoop. I mean, that is a lot of detail. It's an outstanding mod in that respect. So I'm going to actually pull it out. I'm going to park it over here. Not there. I'm going to park it over here next to the New Holland. It's kind of like in dog shows you do this kind of stuff. You pull the dogs out that you think are going to win and you set them aside. Uh, too much information for some people right there. Okay, the other one I wanted to pull out of all of this. I'm going to pull the Fords out. One of the Fords. I'm not going to pull both Fords out because they're identical. I'm going to pull this one out because it's the one I ended up in. I'm going to pull it out because look at the dash. You accelerate, the numbers change. I mean, it's little bits of attention to detail like that. Also, when you plow, it drops into the plows, as I said on the front loader one. And I like that. It makes a heck of a lot more sense as a regular tractor for it to do that than the front loader, but there you go. So we've pulled those two out and they can sit out there. This Ford goes along with it, but we'll leave it there for now. Is this the... No. So, yeah, well, actually, that's one of them. The John Deere's, there is a pack. Okay, this one's part of the pack, and that one is also part of the pack. Okay, so these John Deere's are all part of a pack. You know, they were okay. Did I love them? No, not even enough to put them in the farm. And if I remember correctly, this one actually picked up something on its front 3-point. And, you know, people love their John Deere's. Y'all love your John Deere's. But I didn't fall in love with these ones at all. So that was a problem. And then we had these two John Deere's down here. I picked up one of these off of FSUK. It would have been this one off of FSUK, the 7810. It was okay. Do I think it was like everything in a bag of Doritos? No, but I think it had potential. The 7530, that one had some issues, some errors in its logs that really annoyed me. I actually ended up selling it early because there were performance problems with it. It apparently there is a front loader attachment somewhere out there that it can work on, but I never found it. This is from the Big Boss Modding guys. I thought they were a really great modding group, but I don't know if they're as great as I thought they were. But there you go. Again, I didn't really fall in love with either one of these. The Landini, it's a great small little tractor. Great for a small little farm, good for a starter farm. Did it really blow me away? No. I mean, I'd go get some of the in-game equipment over this, honestly. The Massies, the two Massies, they're basically identical, just upscaled versions of each other. Well, that's upscaled version of that. But there wasn't a bunch added to them, and there's this graphical booger that just drives me mad about the way that the graphics work on these. And again, that might be a mod conflict, so it's not really the reason I'm not going to give them an award or pull them out. Really, it's because there wasn't a lot added to them. There's no IC, there's just not anything that really jumps out at me and says, hey, this is a really awesome mod. The Claas Xeron 5000. Now this one drives me nuts. The steering is inverted for me, and that does drive me a little bit crazy. Start it up. But what I do like about it is if I hit K, look at that, I get turned around, which is great. If I don't like reversing, now I can drive forward facing ish, and I think that's really cool. I do wish it had a sound effect though. That would make it even better if it had a sound effect. Anyway, it's got all the hitching and all of that, and it's actually going to be pulled out and put over with the other ones because it doesn't behave with any sort of craziness other than the fact that I can't drive for bollocks, but doesn't behave with any sort of craziness that I don't create by my own bad driving. It is a big tractor that'll do just about anything you want from it. So it's really, really cool. There we go. And the fact that they, put the effort into creating the turning cab and all of that, you just have to get used to the steering. I probably never will get used to the steering. Finally, we have the case 175. Let's go ahead and start our case up. Now, I'm not even going to beat around the bush. This one's moving up to the pack here of the amazing tractors, the Amazer tractors. Tractors that are in the running. This tractor is just amazing. The sound is right. When you get in the cockpit and you turn on IC, okay, I can open up my doors. Okay, that's good. I can open up my roof. Okay, that's nice. And then if I turn around here, I can open that up. And look, I now lean out to see my hitch better. Yay! There's such attention to detail here. There's some either lunch or trash in the floor. When you get in, look at the steering wheel there. Look at it. That's excellent. That is really nice. And it has all of the other various features and things we look for in any of our other mods. So where does that leave us with all of these guys? Well, with the exception of this one, who I'm going to move right now. Ooh. Get out of there. We're going to put him over here. Stop. And what was the other one? Oh yeah, those two. Okay. So I'm going to grab this Fent out of here. There we go. Let's get the Fent out of the way. The Fent had the air system on it and made the cab kind of rock around. That kind of drove me crazy. But again, it's really getting moved over here because its performance errors just... No, clean it up. As a mod author, clean up your performance errors, please. Alright, we're going to get the Kubota out of the way. Alright, and yeah, I got to move this forward as well. Bugger. Okay, so what am I moving all of these guys out of the way for? I'm moving them out of the way to leave us with the rest of the pack, basically. I'm going to put this forward over here as well for now. Okay, so the rest of the pack here, the Cat Challenger 600 MT, yeah, that's what it was. Yep. All of the John Deeres, the Landini Power Farm, and the two Masseys. All of these guys, get up here. Get up. Nope. Up. Go. Jump. Jump. It's a jumping puzzle. All of those guys there, they all get honorable mentions. They do a good job. If you love your Masseys, the Masseys will work for you. If you love your John Deeres, John Deeres will work for you. If you love your Landinis, I didn't actually have anybody tell me, oh, I love Landinis, but whatever. If you love your Landinis, there's a Landini for you. If you love your cats, that cat will work. It's not a real cat, everybody told me, but there you go. So those are honorable mentions. They do the job that they're advertised to do, but they don't really jump out and grab me as having something amazing. Where does that leave us? Well, that leaves us with our stable of tractors that could win an award. The New Holland 8970 from last season could hold on to its title. We have the Duez Agraton, whatever this thing is, 120, which has all kinds of extras and it gets dirty. We have the Ford 8340, which has a really cool dash. People tell me it gets dirty as well. I don't remember. I know the ones that I have look dirty. Maybe they are dirty. I don't know. And it goes, when it plows, it drops into the plow furrows, which is really, really neat. So that's cool. We have the Class Xeron 5000, which is a great large tractor, and it has a little rotating cabin up there. The only thing I don't like is the steering is inversed. And finally, we have the Case 175 CVX, which has all kinds of extras. Additionally, I didn't mention before, if you drive on crops with this thing, it will wither them. And that is kind of cool. It does prevent you from driving on crops. Very nicely done. All of these, all the mod authors for these mods should be proud, because they've done something well, be it a dashboard, be it a cabin, be it extras. They've done something well. So which one wins an award? Well, without a doubt, out of these 5 tractors, the one who wins the best modern tractor is the Case. I mean, there's so many little things. I mean, even down to the engine information there. I mean, you look into the engine there. You've got your lunch there, or your trash, whatever. The fact that withers crops, the fact that you lean out when you look behind you when your window's open, the fact you're going to open your roof. I mean, that's all really amazing. And it's also a large enough tractor to haul almost everything in the game. I don't think it can haul the large plow, but it might with a barrel weight. So the Case definitely wins. I would say for me, second place is really the Ford. Third place would be the Agriton. Fourth place would be the New Holland, and fifth place, because of that dang steering problem, is the Claas. So there we go. The award goes to the Case. The rest of these get, like, you know, the ribbons. They get all the rest of them get ribbons for doing such a dang good job. These guys over here, they get to say, well, maybe next time. So there we go for this awards show. For this season, the best modern tractor is the Case. We'll be right back. I'm going to show you all of the winners, with the exception of the placeable mod winners, because, well, that would involve me getting another placeable mod place. Anyway, we'll be right back with all of the winners. So here we are at the end of our awards show. We've got all the winners, such as I could remember. Honestly, I wrote them down, and some of them I was like, what did I do again? So I actually have to review it. Remember that the placeable mods was a triple award winner: the NI Modding Sheds, the Chicken Coop, and the Morton Shed. That was the winner for the placeable mods. I didn't really talk about scripts or other things. We had the Follow Me mod, the Bank of Hagenstadt, the Auto Steer, and from last season, a PTO and Hydraulic mod. I was going to give it to Bank of Hagenstadt, but it actually is showing a lot of bugs recently, with money disappearing and appearing, so I can't give it to that. It's just basically use whatever script you feel like, because, well, they all do something. Alright, so vehicles. Well, we have the Case 175 from the Modern Tractors, which was the winner there. We have the Farmall 560 from the Classic Tractors. We have a Cane low load trailer. The Agovi trailer is over there. That was our vehicle transport mods that were winners from last season that carried over. We've got the Massey Ferguson 3080, which was the co-winner with the Farmall 560 in the Classic pack. We've got the Case Puma 230 CVX, CVX 230, whatever you want to call it. It was the front loader winner. This thing that's clipped into the ground right now, that is the clutch for the Krone. That one in the other category, along with, let me see if I can find the bugger. There it is, the power washer. That also won in that category of other. We have the Cat 980H, which was the co-winner with the Case Puma in the front loader category. We have the Lexion 770 TerraTrack, which won in the Harvesters category. We have the Holmer Terra Fellis, which won in the Beat category, such as it is, Beat category. This is a container from the Container Transport Pack, which maintained its win with grain transport. Grain transport. We have the Kid Double Chop Forage Harvester from NI Modding, which, along with this over here, which is the Easy Flow for the Krone. The Kid came over from last season as the winner of the Forager category. This joins it as a co-winner in that category. The Cultivator category, the NI Modding Cultivator, kept its title from last season. These two plows are from the Ranson's Plow Pack. There are more of them. I just grabbed 2 of them. They are the winners in the plow category. The Abbeys and the Volvo maintain their award for solid manure and liquid manure because nothing really challenged them. These two balers co-won the baling category. The Fent from the Extreme Baling Pack, along with the rest of its gubbins and bits, and the McHale bale from the NI Modding Baling Pack, which also has a whole bunch of gubbins and bits. They co-won for the baling category. The Ford F350 won in the runabouts category because, well, most everything else just didn't work out. And in the general purpose heavy duty transport category, the MAN truck from last season because nothing else really held a candle to the MAN truck. So there we go. That is your award winners. Pretty sure that's everybody. I think that's pretty much all of your award winners for Season 2 of the Farming Simulator 2013 Mod Spotlights. This is a lot of equipment. We're slowly starting to grow a large amount of really nice mods. There's a few more we need to look out for. There's a few more things we need to fill in category-wise. But I think we are moving towards some very nice equipment. Until next time, this has been DerTebbers with your Season 2 awards show for Farming Simulator 2013 Mod Spotlights.